today we're diving into 4-3-1-2 formation in FC26, one of the most aggressive and goal-hungry setups in FC26, with two central midfielders constantly making the runs into the box or taking shots, a cam who drifts wide when there is a space and links play, and two strikers who are pure finishers with smart movements behind the line. This formation is built to overload the middle and punish defenses. If you want a formation that creates chaos in the final third and keep defenders guessing, the 4-3-1-2 is your weapon. Let's break down the custom tactics and the player instructions that make it so deadly. So for the build-up side, we're going with counter and the defensive approach on 50. Just like my previous custom tactics video, still we're keeping the counter and bounce. You may think why I'm still keeping on this, I'm not changing, guys. Go on and try balance. Go on and put this on 70, guys. The biggest difference you see is that you're gonna find your players making unnecessary, I don't want to say unnecessary runs, but you're gonna see a lot of defensive side of it. Okay, you want to keep it close, you want to make the kind of transition from defense to attack a little bit logical, not necessarily too much. Keep it cool, especially if you're in a higher division. People are able to attack very well, and especially in the foot shaft, you still want to have a solid defense. Although this is an attacking formation, I don't recommend using this formation from the beginning. Always just when you want to score a goal, like 2 goals down or something, this is the formation you want to go with, just because how deadly this setup is in terms of attacking. Moving on to the player roles, we have two strikers followed by a cam, similar to the 4-2-1-2. The both, of course this one not wide, the narrow variation. In that formation you have CDM, in this formation you have a centimeter. Yes, the central centimeter, and putting this on, you could see put this on holding, but the way you attack with this, the two strikers is there. You can have a bit of movement with both of those strikers. Either you're going to go with the finesse shots, you want to go with the one-on-one, taking the shots, even also extra movement from behind the penalty area, getting to the back. So all these movements with the passes from your cam, and just a lot of movement behind the penalty area, no movement basically down the wing a lot. So it's gonna put a lot of pressure from the middle. That's just how it's gonna be. It's gonna be so hard for your opponent to defend against this, and it's followed by a cam being on shadow striker. This player always tries to get forward, always tries to feed those strikers, and with the 1-2 between your cam and your sentiment, it's gonna be making definitely going to make it hard for your opponent to defend. Remember, it's an attacking formation. If you lack defensively, yes, it would make sense, especially with this particular setup, but trust me, this is going to put a lot of pressure on your opponent. That it's just going to make it impossible for you to just not being able to score basically. The two players that I would say are very, very important in this setup, I have both of my sentiment are playmaker. Remember, both of them should use both of them on playmaker plus because the positioning is just gonna be so good. My left sentiment, the way I attack, basically most of my explosive attack is gonna be from this side. Just gonna be how I like to do it, and the way I go with this, it's just I like to bring this player move kind of forward, a little bit of 1-2 from my count, basically just gonna be with a 1-2 with my count to my striker, maybe a lot of movement with the same player. You're even going to see sometimes I'm going to play with this player just like a cam, getting inside, breaking the defense, cracking those defenses open, and just try to get one-on-one even and score. And we can go for those passes with a 1-2, all this kind of movement with a 1-2 fast build-up play. This is the way you want to use this formation. Do not keep the ball a lot waiting for the, yes, elbow triggers matter, but you still want to use the kind of like speed of this formation in order to break your opponent's defense. I repeat it again, this is an attacking formation. You're gonna have an insane attack with this formation. If you like defensively, if you consider go with this, guys, I told you this particular setup with this 4-3-1-2, it's gonna be so very heavy in terms of attacking, not necessarily good in terms of defending. But same thing for the right sentiment. You could see I have my right sentiment, I Pedri in this case. Even this player, you're gonna see this player making a run, even getting one-on-one, even kind of like going for the passes, taking the shots everywhere. All these maneuvers both from this centimeter to your other centimeter. You're gonna see a lot of this, and the combination of this with your cam, you're gonna see a lot of this past your striker. Even the point is to bring all this play move forward. It's going to make it so hard for your opponent to decide whether I'm going to make the run with the centimeter or I'm going to pass to my striker. My striker wants to go for a finesse. All of these types of movement, it's just going to be so hard to predict. Followed by my central centimeter on holding. I'm putting this one on holding. Yes, it's an attacking formation. It's enough. This one, although this player will do a good job in terms of pressing, although this player will still try to kind of like help in terms of attacking in some way, but it still tries to kind of like guard the back line, you know, especially during those counter attacks from your opponent. Those attacks, it's gonna kind of act like a, you know, CDM, but definitely it's not gonna be like a CDM. He's going to, you know, leave a lot of space behind it, but he's going to try his best to kind of like cover the area and actually not let kind of avoid those through balls. You want to use someone ideally that has holding plus or better plus. I'm using Vitina. He's doing a pretty good job for me. The reason I'm not really worried about the plus, not him, like I could just pull him on, you know, deep playmaker, defense, but I want to put this on holding because I want this play to be kind of like my main coverage in the kind of in front of my two center backs. To be honest, again, I don't use this formation for my starter. Whenever I kind of like wanted to, you know, really wanted to attack, I'm 2 goals down, minute 70, maybe even 80 or something like this, I'm going to use this formation. It's one of those formations could be very good. This particular setup, guys, remember 4-2-4-3, I can use both of these three on the platform, maybe like holding or something, putting my cam on the playmaker, build up to my striker, advance forward, like false on or something. I can make it a defensive one with this, but that's just not how natural this formation works. You have 3 centimeters in front of them. There is a cam and 2 striker. Look how crazy it is in terms of defending. So you certainly want to use this great power. And for the left back and right back being on full back balance and 2 defender on defender defense, it's going to be so straightforward. I'm not going to show you guys any example. Just like my previous custom decks video, it's going to have a similar defense instead as opposed to just say 4-3-3 or like 4-2-3. I don't say 4-2-3, but we have 2 CDM. I've checked out my previous spawn, 4-3-2-1, similar to those, not necessarily great in terms of attacking, but they're going to do a pretty good job. And goalkeeper different. Once again, guys, remember, you don't want to use this from the beginning. Yes, you may win this. You know, win like the first 3 games with this formation from the beginning, but trust me, guys, if you play against solid player, if you're playing against someone who knows what to do, knows the space between your players, knows the lack of CDM in your formation, that player opponent is going to just torture you. Okay, so whenever you want to do this, definitely think and analyze the situation, then go for this formation. And as always, I'm gonna go put the code in the description. You can just copy and paste that one out. And that's the 4-3-1-2 attacking formation, a setup that floods the midfield, stretches the defense with a drifting cam, unleashes 2 strikers who know how to finish and move. If this breakdown helps you score more goals and dominate the final third, smash that like button, subscribe for more meta tactics, and let me know in the comment section which formation you want me to cover next. Thanks for watching EAF Sana, where every tactics becomes meta, and I'll see you guys in the next one.